Hello, my name is Jorge Granados. I am from Bogota, Colombia, and I'm in the information technologies industry for almost 40 years by developing many solutions for many industries as well. And a couple of months ago, John asked me to develop some software for SQI in order to provide you with tools and with elements to keep tracking of the several programs you handle. And so that's why we developed this software, the Service Quality Institute Customer Service Performance Standards. This tool, as John have announced you, is for free for your partners and customers. And the way you can access the software is through any regular browser, internet browser, like Internet Explorer or Maxton, which is a very good browser. And you can use this address, public address, to get there. Software can be installed in your own servers, your corporate servers, and it can be accessed by any of your supervisors or employees around the branches or the different locations. So your service quality distributor or your executive will provide you with the initial credentials in order you can access the software for the administrators, and the administrators will be able to create more credentials for accessing the system across the organization. So this is one example of the one credential. This is the one credential for Carmen at servicequality.com, and with a secret password that will be secured for the system. Then you can log into the system, and depending on the profile you have, in this case Carmen is full administrator. Depending on the password, the credentials you have, you can access these options like administration. And this administration menu has several options inside. One of these options is to create new users into the system. This role can also create locations for the company, and can also administrate catalogs and configure new programs. I will guide you across all these options. The first option is to administer the different users in the systems. For instance, this user, Carmen, has the profile for administrator. So she can add new administrators into the systems. If you have a large corporate and you need to have many administrators, you can do that with the initial administrator, and then this administrator can add more administrators into the system. The way to do that is by using these panels, to add a new user, you can click on this button, or to remove a user, you can click on this button. Once you decide to add a new user, you can enter the full name. That user, say that, test, full name. This is the the short name, and this short name must be in the format of an email, you know, because in order to be unique across the organization. .com, test user, and you provide an initial password for the user, and you will give this password to the user, but then the first access of this new user, he must change the password in order to keep it secure. Passwords must have some complexity in order to be secured. For instance, they must be composed by a capital letter at least, lowercase letters, numbers, and special characters, and must be a minimum of 8 characters in long, because that makes the password secure. That is a standard recommendation for all the passwords in the world. More the complex the password is, more the secure is. Okay, and then we assign the role for this user. So we click here in this sign, plus sign, and we add which role we want this user to be subscribed. So I can subscribe like a supervisor, and so we have a new supervisor in the system right now. We save the information with this button in the bottom of the screen, and this new user is now subscribed as a supervisor in the system. So later he can sign in and enter in the credentials in order to start working with the system as a supervisor. Okay, this is the regular or the common way to use the system. When you find these symbols, you are able to add or to remove or to refresh the screen. Also, you can make a search by entering some characters, what you are looking for, and the scope is reduced for that search you have made. And also, you can, if you made some change in the system, in any screen in the system, and you want to discard these changes, you can do the refresh, and this refresh will ask you if you want to save the information or you want to discard the information. So I'm going to discard this last change, and the change was not made. Okay, that's it. This is the common way to use any screen along the software. Okay. Well, so I'm going to show you how you are going to add new. Oh, sorry, this is noises. Okay, need to stop. Okay, because it's configured for noises, not for service quality. You know, noises. Okay. So remember, the last time
well, you can have a name down there. It doesn't matter.
Yes, I'm going to rename it. Okay, SQI service quality institute. Okay, institute. Okay, okay. Okay.
Can you tell me when you want Mark to start shooting again?
I'm rolling. I'll just add that.
I'm going to close and start over these companies. Okay. Yes. Okay. Well, in this screen, I choose the option of companies, and in this screen I can change the name of the company we are working for, and then if I want to change the name, we only need to double click in the row and put in whatever we want. So the short name as well the large name or the full name of the company. In Service Quality Institute, okay, that come Inc. Okay, so this way we can change this information here. The first time you receive the software, they will be a company by default, and you can change the name for your own convenience. And then you have here a list of the branches or locations you have across the organization. So you can add as many branches or locations you need. In the same way, you can double click and you can add a new location. New location, name of the new location. Okay, so this is the way you can access the system and put in all the locations you have in the organization. But if you have a large number of branches in the system in the organization, and you don't want to enter them one by one in the system, you can import from a file by clicking on this button here, and you can specify the system where is the file in a particular layout that we will provide to you in order to import all this list from a file. Okay? So this is the way we are going to introduce, to enter all the information for the organization in the system. Then I'm going to show you how are programs configured in the system. The software is multi-language. That means that you can customize, or we can customize, according to your needs. In this case, we are looking the English version. You can see here in the upper part of the screen, we can see the English version, and all the labels, menus, and options are presented in English. But you can have the Spanish version. Actually, we have the English and Spanish version in place, but we can add more versions according to your needs. And also, you can decide in which language configure your programs. Independently of the version you are running on of in the website, you can have the list of the programs in any language. If you have, for instance, if you have supervisors that works in Spanish instead of English, you can combine in your organization both languages, and you can and supervisor can have the programs configured in English and in Spanish, for instance. Let me show you the English version of the programs, and here are all the programs that we have pre-configured into the systems. These are the full suite of the programs for the performance standards, and you can see here. This is this first column means the order in which we are going to see the programs presented in the software, the name of the programs, the number of sessions the participant must attend in order to have all the program completed, and if we have this program enabled or not into our organization. You can have the full list, but you can only enable some of these programs according to your needs or your pace, the pace you are implementing the programs in the organization. So this is the first part of the program configurator, and then you have here the different sections. Each program is composed. For instance, this coaching for success is composed of 3 sections, and each section has its own areas for evaluations, and each area has the different criteria or ratings you are going to assign for the participants. So at the moment that you are evaluating the people. So this column here is the punctuation or the score. This this evaluation has for the program. In this case, the annoyed by employees has 2 points that at the moment you are evaluating, it will be taken in account to complete the whole score for the program. And also here for each program you have the different rates or ranges for the scoring. So we have defined here according to the material you have for the course for the programs. We have the low score and the high score, and which in this range, if after the evaluation somebody is in this range, he will be below standard, and in this range he will be excellent, and so on. So this is the way we have configured all the programs into the systems. All the programs are configured here. Some ones are largest than others, but all thing is already set, so you don't know to configure anything unless there are more programs arriving or delivering by SQI. If you let's say that next year SQI delivers new program for you, you will receive a script that will provide you all the steps necessary to get that new program into the system. So probably you must you don't need to do it manually, but just in case, if you need to change something here, or you need to add a new program by yourself, you can do that. That in the case you are the administrator of the system and you have all the permissions to do that. But all this work has been done the last months by SQI, so you don't need to do that at this moment. You only need to start using the system once you have download all the information that we will explain you how to do that, and you are ready to work. Just this is only to show you how we have configured this software for you. And after that, we are ready to start coaching our employees and to administer our programs. So I'm going to launch this screen. This screen is the one that is presented to you by default once you log into the system. And you can see that we have no employees registered at all. Under this supervisor, Carmen is the supervisor in this case, and has no employees under her. but we can add a new employee to illustrate you how to use that. And here, we need to provide the email address of the employee, which will be the name of the user for login purposes. So here we have, let's say, I'm going to put here Mike at servicequality.com. Okay, the full name, Mike N. And this is only for information. You can write here the position Mike occupies in the organization. Yeah, let's say he's this accountant. Once we have entered the employee information, we need to save the information by pushing this button, and after that, we are ready to enroll this employee in the several programs we have configured previously. So here, this link here, enroll, will take, if I click here, the system will ask to confirm if you are going to enroll this person in all available programs. And once you choose yes, all these programs are loaded for this particular employee, and we are ready to start tracking the performance of this employee across the programs. So you can notice here that we have all the programs in place. This is the enrollment date. These are the number of sessions the employee must attend in order to complete the program. And you can notice that they are all set to false until the employee will start attending to the different sessions. So this is the first step. You need to enroll individually each employee in the program he is participating to. So you need to click on this button in the upper side of the screen, and the system will enroll the full set of programs. Once you're there, let's say that the employee start attending to the sessions. So here we have the attendance tracking. In this case, this program, the selected program, this one, Coaching for Success, has only one session to be attended. In this case, once the employee has attended to the session, you mark it as completed, and the system will mark it as true. That means that he has completed all the sessions intended for this program. And supervisor can enter here in this section the comments regarding to this attendance. He was anticipated actively. Is correct? Okay. And comments are going to be stored together with the session attendance. And you can notice in all the screens that when you make some changes, this star appears. This star means that there is a modification in progress that has not been saved into the system. As well, this star in the upper side of the screen, upper side of the screen. You know, until you save the information, the star will remain in the screen. So once you save the information, the star disappears, and all the information is stored in the database. Okay. So this is the way we register the attendance. So, but we must start also the evaluation process for this employee. We have selected here Mike, and the program we have selected is the Coaching for Success, and we want to evaluate this program for this employee. So what will we do? We will add an evaluation set by clicking here, and the system will ask if you want to confirm to create a new employee program evaluation set. So what the system is going to get all the information for this coaching program, and will create an evaluation set for the employee. You can see now that at this date, we start evaluating this program for this employee. The expected score is 51 for the whole program, but at this moment, we only have the minimum for the program, the 17 points, because we have not entered any evaluation yet. So by default, the program starts in the minimum rate. And in this panel, we have the different sections for this program. So the Coach for Success has three sections, and here are the expected score for each section, and here are the reached score so far by this employee. So we are below standard. We are lacking all the evaluations. As I told before, the sections are qualified with the minimum at the start, but you can start evaluate each area for this section. So let's say behavior. By default, the system has assigned hostile to employees, but you can change it. You can change it to positive. You can notice that the reached score is increasing, but anyway, it's yet below standard. But as soon you can start evaluating the rest of the areas, the score is changing, and the reached score is the colors are changed too, because they are getting up, and so far. Let's say this is a very good behaved employee, so we qualify him with the top of the scores. So look at this. We have reached the 100%, 15 points of 15 expected. So this employee is in good shape, but for behave. But in the whole program, we only have reached 27 points of 51. So we still need to continue evaluating the employee. So we have here this rating for him. Okay, and let's continue. Let's choose the next section. Next section is section 2. You can see that the whole areas for this section are added to the system. Section 2, and we start also evaluating this his performance in this matter. So show a little concern. Can you see this? Probably it's missing. Yeah. Okay. Let's say that we are evaluating in different way, not all the scores are reached. Some ones maybe well, some ones maybe not, and so on. So let's say the information so far. So we have here the 61% reached for this section, and in the whole program we have only, now we are 33 of 51. We are in the standard average. So for this employee. And let's go through the third section. Okay. Third section. Okay. So we have here better notes. Let's choose ones. Okay, let's left it here. So he's in good shape for section 1 and good regular shape for section 3, and this is for section 2. And the whole program now is an excellent qualification. So he has reached 40 of 51 points in this program, and so on. You can continue evaluating program by program and section by section. The purpose here is that the supervisor goes through all the sections for the employee. We don't make some things automatically, because we need the supervisor take the time to qualify the employee. That's why he needs to move across the section and areas and each one of the options in the system. So once we have evaluate the employee in the different sections and programs, we can obtain the evaluation report by clicking in this link, and the system will present you this full list of the programs and the scoring and all the qualification we have given to this employee. So this program, this report can be stored, printed out, and stored in every part of the system. So we can distribute this on or file it, this report. So this is the resume or the brief of the program and the performance of the employee for this performance standard program. So that is the system, that is the program that we wanted to show it to you. And now, if you have any doubt about this program, you can contact us through the staff of the SQI, and we can help you to resolve any question and to assist you in the process of implementation this software in your companies. Thank you very much.